You know what really sucks? The fact that I cannot like unhear Rin from like whenever like Loretta speaks due to the fact that they have the same voice actress, and thing about Rin's voice actress Kana Udia is that she has a very distinct voice. Like she has like I guess a certain pitch that's like very distinguishable like right away, kind of like Kirito's voice actor. So like I cannot I like whenever like Loretta speaks, all I hear and see is Rin, and because they're not like the two characters like Loretta and Rin aren't like carbon copies of one another, but they're very similar in like especially in this episode when she was like looking at what's her face's boobs, Alex's boobs, and she got embarrassed. It was like when she was yelling like I just because I'm small I have all the lives of the dog tags in my hand and stuff like that. It was very similar to like when Rin would yell at Shiro in Fate's Stay Night. But with this episode of Gangsta, I thought it was a really, really good episode. This might be the best episode so far, I feel like, because even though it felt like a very laid-back episode, there were a lot of things happening, and it was very, the way that they just did it was really well done. A good example of this is when Alex was singing, when she was singing in front of everyone, and, they would like transition back and forth from the singing to what not Alex, but like what Nicholas and what Warwick were doing. Like they were doing a stealth mission essentially, where they were trying to get all the dog tags into the bastard bar or club. Trying to get them safe out of the hands of like the anti-Twilights. But on the top of Alex, I like how they kind of make fun of her big boobs, since I think she's the really only character that has like really big boobs that like also show off, and they kind of make fun of it. Like when Borg was like, "Yo, that's $100 for staring," and she gets mad, slapped in the face, stuff like that, and when early in the episode when what's her name, Constance, she grabs her like Alex's boob and it's like, they feel so real. But it also looks like we're gonna be meeting Alex's brother very soon, because they were foreshadowing it like really heavily in this episode. And the next episode, episode 9, is called Siblings, and there's this guy, this hooded guy, who has the same skin tone as Alex. So it seems like we'll be meeting him in the next episode, like fully meeting him. We saw him throughout this episode trying to get into the bastard club while Alex was singing, but the guards, I can't think of the bouncers. The bouncers like, nah, dude, you can't go in. This is only for dog tags only. So yeah, there's that. Also, we learned that Alex is from East. Is it East Town or the East section? Anyway, moving on. I finally understand the story of Gangsta, or at least like where the plot of the story is gonna go to, like I'm assuming to the rest of the anime, like up to episode 12 or 13. I think it's 12, but I'm not too sure on that. But so it seems like the 4 head families, they all help Twilight in some sort of way. And then, that girl that we see at the end with the sword, Erica, and her little buddy, who we saw last episode that ran across Nicholas, or came across, we see I think they're supposed to be the antagonists, the ones killing, them and the anti-Twilights, who are killing obviously all the Twilights. So we learn that Gina is the head of the guild, which you already knew, but the guild helps like Twilights get jobs and all of that, where Danny Monroe, he helps, for all the Twilights that aren't inside the guild, gets, them with businesses and, just helping them out. Then we learn Loretta, she helps, give the medicine that the Twilights need to survive. And then we learn the other dude is in charge, I believe, of weapons and all that other stuff. But with Loretta's part, helping out the Twilights by giving them, the medicine that they need, the cerebrum, we see that the benefactors, like the people who supply it, I guess, are always watching because they weren't A-okay with, like straight out helping out the Twilights, like face to face, like they have to do it like behind their back, hence with the party this episode. So I believe I touched on everything in this episode. I think the only thing I missed out was the fact that, that Alex is actually a pretty good singer. Props to her and her voice actress, as always. Anyway, just to wrap this all up, I think this is my favorite episode of Gangsta so far. I thought it was really well done, and editing, soundtracked, and just everything, the exposition to foreshadowing, stuff like that. It was all amazing. But those are just my thoughts. So let me know your thoughts on this episode of Gangsta down in the comments below. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching. I truly do appreciate it. I'll see you guys all next time. So until then, bye-bye.